as I look to the horizon, not a cloud, I've been storming with a scope to call. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is the past where you're done. By the time you see you, you're not surprised.
And the hood pops up on you. That's furious. Fierce is when you find your inferiors is inferior. What's scary is you're betting against the odds and you letting these niggas tell you you're better than what you are. The bar measuring wrong. This is where we draw the line on your screen, turning it out like some etch a sketching off. Odd. You young dummies is lunch money. Either champ think cash is clay or fun putty, little buddy. Too bad you ain't got you a pot to piss. I'll bake 'em for this cake. Betty a crock of shit, search your inner circle. Real virtue, vice of virtue, man, this shit is personal. I saw fights turn into curfews.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News. After the last video, I know it ran kind of long. My apologies. We'll try to shorten it up in the future. That was a really long video, Jesus Christ. All right, so we're back with that 1-2 punch yet again, Mr. Stuffs as well as Snort Burnell and Mr. Stuffs. As you know, we'll start off with Snort Burnell. More complaints about taxes, should be enlightening, I'm sure. And then we're gonna go to Mr. Stuffs, who has his videos saying that only detractors, it's DsPgaming, only detractors want Mario Sunshine. As usual, the links to both of these videos will be in my description. I hope you guys like what that intro was. I'm not even sure if any of you guys really know where that's at. I have a feeling some of y'all do. So I hope you guys enjoy it. There'll be another verse, probably another couple of bars at the end of the video, maybe. Let me see what I like, you know what I'm saying? But, and then we'll also have a GTG radio segment. Only be one song, maybe two. That'll be in between both videos. I might start doing that as the format. You guys can tell me what you guys think, because to be honest with you, this is really more for you guys. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll try to incorporate that as best as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG network and productions. You guys know what the slogan is. So let's get into it.
Sound good?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm incredibly nervous about the tax reform. Oh, no. No more write-offs.
The United States Senate just rushed and passed a bill overnight, which didn't really pass. It really still has to go through checks and balances and multiple committees and all kinds of shit. But they rushed the tax bill through just because, and literally if you ask any of the Senate Republicans who passed this bill, they'll tell you that it's not because of the bill that they passed it, it's because they want to seem like they actually did some work this year. That this year, they literally did nothing. They got nothing accomplished. And by the end of the year, they wanted to at least have something done. So they rushed through a tax bill that literally will help.
How would you know? You've been worrying about your business all year. This comes from the guy who says, I don't have time to watch any other YouTubers or streamers. You know, try to see what they're doing, see what he can incorporate into his own repertoire. But you have time to keep up with your taxes. The taxes that you're not paying, by the way, and how they're screwing you over on those write-offs. Those same write-offs that I feel like most of that shit is kind of frivolous. But it's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
Only corporations and hurts everybody else. Very few Americans will get benefited from this bill, and if it does pass in its current form,
I'll be hurt. I'll have to pay more taxes. That's terrible. That's such a terrible thing, which I can't afford. I can't afford, I'm barely affording my current taxes. I'm not a white...
You mean the current taxes you're not paying?
Tiny baby.
So let's fuck over the self-employed, shall we? At the expense of that corporations can get tax breaks. Doesn't that make sense? I tell you, this fucking country is so fucking broken. So much shit happens on a daily basis that's just so fucking ridiculous at this point. And I'm just so tired of it. I really am. It seems like no matter what, every single decision the government has made has been hurting me.
It's good to be appreciated.
You know, let's change healthcare.
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Did this man just say that everything the government does hurts him? Oh, that was good. That was real good. Everything affects only him and no one else. It's the U.S. government turned into YouTube and Google and Machinima. Wow. Oh boy. I know I've made that joke before, but I never thought it would actually come true. That's hilarious. Poor me, Snort.
So that the middle class have to fund free healthcare for the lower class. So my insurance premiums go up and my healthcare cover.
You mean the insurance you're not using? You mean the insurance that you're paying each month and you won't go and use it? Right? That's what you're talking about, right? Some people would say that you should just cancel your insurance and just take the hit at the end of the year. But, you'd rather pay hundreds of dollars a month and not use it. Even though you said you have long-term chronic health problems, but yet you won't go to the doctor to try to get that squared away. Or maybe you went recently and you found out maybe you have diabetes. There's all kinds of theories on what your health situation is. But we'll get to that later when you start to milk that.
Which goes down. Great. So then the administration flips to the other side. Oh, let's raise taxes for the middle class self-employed. What the fuck?
It's like a 5-year-old kid, The mentality of a 5-year-old, the rantings of like a 5-year-old. Like, really? They've literally done nothing but make my life miserable. I'm not a whiny baby.
Unbelievable.
They've literally done nothing but make my life more miserable. Okay?
Aww.
And Scrupula, you are wrong. Scrupula says, I'm wrong about the tax bill. The media is telling lies. 75% of Americans will have lower taxes. Well, I don't know. All I know is about me.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm wrong about the tax bill. This guy says you're wrong about the tax bill. You say he's wrong. He says that 75% of Americans will have lower taxes, which is a good thing. And you're like, oh, well, I don't know. I just know that it's hurting me. Let's bring that back. Just I might have heard that wrong. Okay, I've been messing around with this GTG radio, and I've been messing up. Let's see if I was wrong.
Miserable. I'm not a whiny baby.
I could be wrong.
Unbelievable.
They've literally done nothing but make my life more miserable. Okay? And Scrupula, you are wrong. Scrupula says, I'm wrong about the tax bill. The media is telling lies. 75% of Americans will have lower taxes. Well, I don't know. All I know is about me. And for me, I'm
Wait a second. So you told the guy was wrong. You told the guy that he was wrong, and then you admitted in that same sentence that he was right and said that you didn't know, but you just know what affects you. And this is the guy who wanted to launch a political channel, right? He wanted a channel where he could talk about just politics. Oh boy. The bigger political YouTubers would have eaten you day one. Jesus Christ. Stick to what you know, Phil. I don't know what that is, but stick to it. Snorting, I guess.
employed.
Well, actually, not really. That belongs to Snort Burnell now. So, I don't know. Maybe you can find something. It has to be something you're good at. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go and see Pedro, Leanne, and Tyrone this weekend for dinner. So, I'll ask her. I don't think there's very much, though. DSP News.
And self-employed people, right, have a bunch of tax write-offs they get to do. Like right now, I get to write off the cost of all equipment that I buy for the year. So for example, perfect example, these headphones I just bought, tax write-off right now. I don't have to pay taxes on that purchase because...
You didn't pay for those headphones anyway. Your supporters paid for those headphones, not you. Yeah, you physically forked the money over. Well, you didn't fork the money over. You went on you paid for them online. But because you're so smart when it comes to money and Black Friday shopping. Yeah. Anyway, your Patreon supporters actually did it. Matter of fact, actually that brings up an interesting question, and I'm saying this on the behalf of Brightside Viking and Golden Colts. Can you write off Patreon on your taxes? Like when you contribute someone on Patreon, can you write that off on your taxes? I'm curious, because if that's the case, those guys for sure need to start writing that shit off on their taxes, for God's sake, if they can. I was just curious.
Well, I get to lower the amount of taxes I pay based on the amount I spent on that purchase for the business. Cost of the video games that I buy. That's included. Cost of electricity. Cost of...
Question. Do you actually write off the games that were donated to you? Does Phil write those off also? I'm just asking because, Phil's always trying to find, the angles in a circle. Not doing very good at it. But is it possible that the games that are donated to him, that he writes those off on his taxes too, like he bought them? Interesting. And how would they be able to prove that he didn't, if he did try to write those things off? Riveting.
internet. All that I get to write off my taxes. All right.
I'm not a whiny baby. I'm a mature adult. Cost of this office, right?
Office.
This office
Office.
that I live in. This office that I work from, okay, is a tax write-off.
What this bill is looking to do is either reduce or gradually phase out all of those write-offs.
They should. Some of them sound frivolous anyway, to be honest. And the thing is I'm not saying there's a lot of people who own businesses out there who cut fucking major corners. There are larger corporations who do it, and it's probably the crackdown on those things there. And let's be honest, Phil, you're not keeping everything on the up and up, so there's probably something that you're doing that's somewhat shady. So they probably should cut you off while they can, to be honest.
That's what this bill does for the self-employed. But what it does do is give giant tax breaks to corporations. Why? How does this benefit the American people?
Because the large corporations, believe it or not, Phil, provide jobs. You don't. Even though, but see, the thing is some small businesses do provide jobs too, obviously. But you don't, Phil. So why should you get all the benefits of having an online-based business when other people are out there with brick and mortars and really do have businesses that really do require them to, to take on the extra burden? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of online businesses who, yet again, have people under them, who employ people who are talented and who have to pay taxes on them and health insurance and stuff like that. You don't have any of that, Phil. So why should you get the same type of breaks as other people who are self-employed, and let alone what people who have brick and mortars or even corporations have? And more important than that, you're not paying taxes anyway, so who cares? Fuck you.
Republicans, all right, are basically thinking that if they help corporations out, that corporations will be able to make more money, and therefore there's this what's called a trickle-down economy. They think that if big corporations do well, that these big corporations will then hire more Americans, and the Americans will eventually prosper. That's the philosophy they're abiding by.
10 years making gameplay videos on YouTube. In mid-2016, I accidentally streamed myself masturbating. There's people who depend on me. There's people who, they find me, I believe, as an inspiration. So what the fuck does that have to do with me? Why am I toxic? Nothing. Zero. Anyone who's self-employed?
That'd be inspirational. That's good. That's real good. That's yummy. That'd be inspirational. Oh, that's amazing.
Just got butt fucked by this bill. You don't want to be butt fucked. Trust me.
Anyway, folks, we'll see what happens. I don't want to go crazy, and here's why I don't want to go nuts. All right, I'll be honest with everyone. Because in America, things are always weird and fucked up. The way this process works, if you don't live in America, you may be very confused. I don't blame you. So there was already a version of this tax bill passed by our House of Representatives. Now it's been passed by the Senate, but they're two completely different versions of the bill. They're totally different. Now those two versions have to be reconciled to become one super bill that kind of agrees with itself. Then it goes to Trump. Then it has to go back to committees, where committees have to hash out this shit. It's so bizarre, our lawmaking process. It's convoluted as fuck. And I'm not even exaggerating, all right? By the time that this bill passes, it may be different. It could be completely fucking different. It could be like, what? It's like, it literally could be just insanely different. I gotta have so many things added to it and taken out of it and changed that it might be not even a big deal.
That's how the bill process works, Phil. God damn it, it's a good thing you didn't start that political channel. You would have, the political community around here would have eaten you up all day. You think the detractors are bad. Oh, no. Oh, no, my little piggy. there are people out there will really dig into you and whatnot and go much further than anybody else would ever think of going if you fuck up some shit on politics. Oh, boy. It would be interesting, though, to see Phil get blasted on Young Turks or whatnot, especially with the that young lady up there who doesn't like men very much. That'd be interesting to watch that. That'd be hilarious, actually. DSP News.
Anymore. It's just really odd, okay?
Face Hat, who obviously has been listening to the Detractors lately, says, why would you get to write off business expenses if you don't own a business? Because...
You damn right. Why would he write off anything about business when he doesn't own a business? Oh, because he got hit with that business tax now. Now all of a sudden, oh, I'm legit now. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I can do that now. Even though it's possible that he had Leanna go ahead and register for register her soap business over there, but he didn't register his business, which makes thousands and thousands of dollars more than hers ever did. And why didn't he do that? Well, Almighty Tevin, in his greatness, has come to the conclusion, as well as others, that because he wasn't providing a service, meaning like a physical, like physical merchandise, he felt that he didn't have to pay taxes, so he thought he could skimp by. But then again, you have Teespring, don't you? You've had that for quite a while, actually. And more importantly, you had to pay taxes every quarter off your credit card to pay your taxes, right? You had to do that, right? And then you have all these credit cards. Some of them allegedly are business credit cards. And didn't you not take out 2 business loans at one time or another? Or you took out one and then Leanna took out one? Or whatever the case may be. I remember that from a Sons of Kojima video. I wish I could actually find that video, because that would be a great video to go over. Because that'll really help flush out more of Phil's bullshit. But yeah. So trust me, ladies and gentlemen, Phil's not inept. He is inept, but he knows what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. Or what he was doing. He tried tax evasion, and then he tried to cheat the system in Washington because they're nothing more than a bunch of hippie hipsters, and he thought he was just so goddamn smart. And they eventually caught him. Just like, who is it? Well, I mean, I guess you could say any dictator that we in the U.S. have killed at one time or another. Eventually we get you. Osama bin Laden, I guess, is who I was thinking, but you could have said Saddam Hussein too. We eventually got him. So, it's what happens, Phil. DSP News.
Because there's this thing called a pass-through business in the United States. What that is, of course, you wouldn't know that if you're just a kid making fucking dumb vlog videos for YouTube to make drama and money. Why am I toxic?
But anyway, this is called, if you are self-employed, but you don't technically own a registered business, but you still earn money, you are able to write things off as business expenses. You don't have to...
Wait a second. So you knew about that, but you didn't know that the state that you live in has a business tax. Get the fuck out of here. Phil's helping us expose his bullshit. Just one snort at a time.
Formally own a business to actually have business expense write-offs if you're self-employed in the United States. It's called a pass-through business. You file as an individual, even if you are technically doing business. And that's what I've been doing federally. That's how it works. But
I'm gonna go ahead and look that up, because that makes me wonder. I'm gonna look that up. I'm just gonna look that up. Well, I'll bring it up in another video later on down the line. But I'm gonna research that, because it's funny how he was able to find that. I'm not gonna say that's a loophole if this is really true, that it is what it is. It's funny how he was able to find that, but he couldn't take another minute, a couple keystrokes even, to go, because he doesn't mind stroking and going ahead and seeing if his state had a business tax. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Children don't understand that because they're children, and
oh, well, that explains why you couldn't pay your taxes, because that's why you don't put pigs in a that's why you don't put a pig in a blanket on a couch and have him play video games and then try to tell him that he's conducting a business, because at the end of the day, he's a pig who doesn't know shit about business. Touche.
like to make shit up. So there you go.
I have no fucking self-control.
Nope.
Stop being a moron. Seriously, stop. I'm serious. Stop.
And no, you don't have to pay business tax if you do that, though. That's the thing. Business tax is based off of state. I've been doing it on the federal level. So there you go. Anyway, I'm not going to get into massive tax discussions here on pre-stream.
Because no one really gives a fuck besides morons. So I'm not...
Who's the real moron who couldn't pay his fucking taxes? And then wants to blame it on somebody back in Connecticut? His accountant. Who magically became a tax attorney. But he's really probably just a tax accountant. Fuck off. God damn it, Phil. You're such a silly little pig. A silly, silly little pig.
Not going to entertain any more stupidity. I wanted to be the person that people trusted and people looked to for, quality work or whatever. I did something wrong and I'm a horrible person and I'm not a children's entertainer.
Nope.
But safe to say, now 2 different tax attorneys have looked over my federal income tax returns and said that they have been done 100% correctly. So.
Oh my god. Oh, excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
I'll also say this, folks. I'll say this in advance for those of you who are here tonight. You may be harassed by some asshole who was here earlier harassing stream viewers. I just want to warn you. Someone was messaging people in the stream, harassing them and saying, Phil's a jerk, don't give him any money because he's not playing Super Mario Sunshine like he promised. He stole patron money. And apparently he was spamming all the stream chatters with this message. Just block the guy or mute him, get rid of him, and report him to Twitch so he'll get banned. Because he's being an asshole to everyone. It's not just you guys. He's being an asshole to everyone in the stream all day, apparently, which is not cool, obviously. It's not a cool thing at all for him to be doing that.
And it's also fake. It's also not true.
Not true.
You gotta listen to me and not listen to the people who spin what I say.
The truth of the matter is that way back when in the summer, there was a goal for a Patron's Choice playthrough that was set up on Patreon. The goal was hit. The patrons voted for Super Mario Sunshine. But I explained to them this was a bad idea because I was already playing Mario plus Rabbids. I was about to play Mario Odyssey. It was also the busiest time of the year for me to make ad revenue. And I said I would play in early 2018. When there's some downtime, I would schedule...
You mean the ad revenue that you ended up not getting because a lot of your videos got demonetized and you kept bitching about it on Twitter about? Huh? Okay.
it into all the other stuff, and I would play it in early 2018.
Instead, I picked the second place game, which was Spyro the Dragon. Inside of people, there is this desire to...
And yet again, why did he pick Spyro? When he could have played that at any time. At any time, he could have played that game. He could have turned that into like a Mario marathon or something. And just like how he likes to do for Sonic. You know what I mean? Hey guys, I had the Sonic marathon. Well, guess what? We're going to have the Mario marathon. I'm going to play Mario plus Rabbids. I'm going to play Mario Sunshine. And then I'm going to end it off with Mario Odyssey. It'll be great. And people would have contributed to that. They already did, actually. They paid him for... they actually paid him for Sunshine. But in theory, he could have stretched... he could have milked more money out of that marathon, too. He could have gotten paid twice. He could... Well, it would have been 3 times. Because he would have... He got paid for Sunshine. Then he could have been like, hey, I'll turn it into a marathon. So he plays all 3 games. So now they would pay him again to play both games at the... Mario plus Rabbids and Mario Odyssey, which he was going to play anyway. So he gets paid for that, and he's going to be on stream, and he's going to get paid crazy for it. God damn it, Phil, you're such an idiot. You can't even con people correctly. You just got lazy. Back in the day, you used to be able to used to be able to finesse people. Now it's just lazy conning. It's a shame. It really is. DSP News.
Just control her take. You know what I mean? Just do what gives you pleasure and fuck everyone else.
Which everyone loved the playthrough of. I did a 100% completionist playthrough of Spyro the Dragon in place of Super Mario Sunshine.
And I promised I would play it, and I am. I'm still going to play Super Mario Sunshine.
However, what these assholes are doing, my detractors, is they're lying to everyone and saying, Phil's not playing Super Mario Sunshine like he promised in January. I never promised that.
This kind of shit needs to come out. This kind of shit needs to be exposed for what it is. Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar.
You are.
And lying to everyone.
Yeah, that's what you
But
do.
people are believing it because they don't know any better.
I guess not.
That's like me, right? That's like me. I said, in 2018, when things calm down.
But that's the thing. There's some asshole who's coming in here and lying and spamming everyone, all right? That, you know, oh, Phil's a liar. He's not going to play the game. So just ignore the idiot. He also spammed me on the forums. He also did a troll tip tonight. He's basically a piece of shit, wasting his fucking time.
I mean, it doesn't matter if he's on your forums and he made a thread. That means you have his name, you have his IP, and you have his address. So, I mean, you kind of got him by the balls either way, right? Just saying.
Ignore him.
You think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself. When should I play Sunshine? I should do it as a celebration. If and when I save my house
And this is what I was telling you guys in other videos. He's going to, as Snort Burnell says on screen, god damn it, that he's going to blackmail people for more money out of that. For sure. Like I said, what I said in my last video is he's going to hold the game hostage. And he's going to convince people to pay him again to play it. And he will. And guess what? He's already been paid for it, right? So he's already been paid once. He's going to hold it hostage and whatnot until he's in a better position, as he says, or really until he's ready to play it. he'll have them pay him again to play it. Okay, so that's the second time he gets paid, and he'll get paid on stream because he can't monetize the videos on YouTube. So he's going to get paid essentially 3 times for something that's already been paid for once. There you go. If you're a DSP fan, you should be proud of that, I guess.
I pay these taxes off, then everything is fine. Greed is massively strong.
Yes, sir.
I have no fucking self-control.
Nope.
Then I could do a celebration playthrough, right? Or something like that. But we got to get there, folks. That's your fault. You created the monster. You unleashed the monster. And now your complaint is, well, the monster's too powerful to control. Well, fuck you. That's your fault.
Damn.
And then we...
Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Snort Burnell has yet again inspired. Can you squarely put the blame for this on the fans? I mean, because I've had a couple of fans in my comment section, or at least former fans, or some of you guys are current, and you guys kind of tell me about the frustration that you have with Phil. So I don't want to seem like I'm completely dumping on y'all, but I mean, in truth, you kind of enable him to do what he does. So do you feel? So this question will be posed to both you and just regular people. As a fan of Phil's, or even a former fan, do you feel like you contributed to what this man does now, in the fact that he feels that he doesn't need to come through on goals that he's been paid for, and make you guys pay twice for them? And if you're not someone who's a fan or anything, and you're just someone from the outside looking in, do you squarely put the blame for the fans being ripped off on the fans? So I'm anxious to hear what you guys have to say about that. DSP News.
Don't worry about Super Mario Sunshine. Alright?
Almighty Phil cheered 100 bits and says, Phil, how are you and Sarah doing? Has she and her cats moved in yet? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know a Sarah.
You're a damn liar. You know who Sarah is. She was that chick that slid into your DMs and whatnot. You know what that was about. We've all seen that. Can't hide that from us. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's who Sarah is. Sarah's some chick that some of the boys found online. She was sliding in and out of Phil's DMs. Apparently Phil wasn't sliding in and out of her. But anyway, she was sliding in. They were sliding in and out of each other's DMs and shit, talking and whatnot. It doesn't seem like much came out of it, but she seemed to be kind of assertive, allegedly. DSP News.
I really don't. I've never known a Sarah. In fact, fuck. I think I knew one Sarah ever my entire life.
I thought you said you've never known a Sarah. Then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I knew one Sarah once in my life. What the fuck, Phil? Goddamn. You can't lie, then tell the truth. All in the same sentence. It doesn't work that way. Fuck.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was in high school. I think there was this...
Jesus Christ, is that what happens when you get old? Or is that what happens when you're out of shape and you're old? That you just forget shit? Goddamn, goddamn. You suffer from Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's. Jesus Christ. It's a damn shame, Phil. It's a damn shame. I feel like, and this is something that I've been talking about ever since my first video, is that he spins everything in such a way to where it keeps you disoriented. And as he's getting older, he himself probably can't keep up with his own bullshit. As I take a sip, he himself becomes so disoriented that he can't even keep his own shit together. It's fucking hilarious, but it's sad too, in truth.
Asian girl named Sarah Lee or something like that. I'm trying to remember, but I don't know any.
Oh, God forbid that she be Asian, Phil. Remember when Panda Lee was introduced to us, right? She is not Asian. That is all. Yeah. You know how Phil was during some of those walkthroughs talking about them Asian chicks. It's a shame too, Phil, because I have a video out there that's strictly just beautiful, luscious Asian chicks in it. But you sent your haters over to it, though. Even though most of them liked it. So, there's always that. DSP News.
Sarah?
Maybe I'll put some in this video. We'll see. We'll see.
So, whatever crazy conspiracy theory you have dug up, you enjoy it. You go ahead and you do that for yourself. You really enjoy your whatever you're thinking is correct, and have fun with that. I don't know any Sarah.
Shout outs! Whoa!
Blue for 2188. It gave me a $150 tip. I was doing the pre-stream. I didn't even notice this. Thank you, Blue, for holy moly. Thank you.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Persona.
Funny theory, by the way. I'll throw this out there at you. This is not my theory, by the way. It's something I read on I read it on Kiwi forums, maybe. It was on Kiwi forums, or I read it somewhere. Someone sent me the link to it. Where when you see some of those big tips, especially lately, because Brightside Viking has been shitted on for multiple reasons. They think Brightside Viking has made a bunch of sock accounts, and he's been making big donations to Phil and whatnot lately through these sock accounts. And somebody called him out because somebody named King has been on his stream lately. It's King something, and been throwing some big donations too. And people were immediately calling out, "Oh, it's Brightside Viking. It's a sock account, sock account." And Brightside Viking had to get up there and say, "Phil, please tell them it's not me. I'm not King. I'm not the one who's giving you all this money." And Phil had to address it. It was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's just a theory that's being thrown around. I have no proof of that whatsoever. Still funny though.
3 Master did a 200-bit cheer.
It's a necessary thing. You have to pay a little bit more.
Do you tend to do a Metal Gear Solid Redemption run? I'm still waiting for a Persona 3 Final Boss Redemption run. I still hope after so long. Dude, it's time to give up. I got to the final phase of the final boss, and all I needed to do was hit it like 2 more times, and then the fucking boss cheated and charmed my character, which is complete bullshit. It shouldn't be in the game. And all I needed to do was kill it, and then it was the final cutscene. I'm not going back and replaying the whole fucking game for that. So give up, move on, old news. Reminds me of the same people who still bring up the Kingdom Hearts fucking stuff from like 6 years ago.
Oh boy.
And people who bring up the Blip TV stuff from fucking 7.5 years ago.
Oh boy.
And people who bring up, Jesus, here.
Hey, wait a second. I haven't done my Blip TV video yet, so you know, you got to give me the benefit of the doubt, sir. I haven't made my video yet. It's coming, but I haven't made it yet.
Let me see. Let me see if I can think of the oldest possible thing that pissed somebody off.
Oh boy.
Let me see.
I know, I got it. My vanilla Street Fighter 4 gameplay that was toxic. Toxic!
All your vanilla Street Fighter 4 shit was fucking toxic for the most part. You talked mad shit and then got your ass handed to you. Let's say almost all of your gameplays are fucking toxic. When he's getting his ass beat, he doesn't say anything until the very end when he fucking gets hammered, and then he wants to bitch and complain about shit. Well, no, I'm wrong. When he's winning, he doesn't say anything, and then at the end he says how much of a scrub they are. If he's losing, he bitches about it the whole time, and then when the match is actually over, then he rants about why he lost.
Toxic! Toxic! Mm-hmm. Because I would insult people and call them scrubs online.
Oh, no. You didn't just call them scrubs. You went a whole lot further than that. You can't get mad if someone calls you a scrub. You can get mad if someone's like, "Look at this no life who just smashes buttons all day, doesn't have any combos, doesn't have any basics, and he beat me off some cheap shit because all he did was spam the same move over and over again." Shit like that is gonna get people somewhat salty.
What did I ever do? What did I ever do to anyone?
People are still butthurt about that. Guess when I made that? 2009.
So what? It's the internet. The internet doesn't forget. You should know that by now.
Almost 9 years ago. People still are butthurt about this shit. Just get over it. I'm not going back to this stuff, okay?
Whoa!
I got another $100 tip from Ping Pong Pang. Thank you, Ping Pong Pang, for the tip.
Go fuck yourself and thank you for the tip. I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot.
Yep.
Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Sure is.
I have a micro penis.
I don't know nothing about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there was the greatness that is Snort Burnell. Oh, that's fucking amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know how the routine's going to go. We're going to get into Mr. Stuff's video next. Talking about only detractors want to see Mario Sunshine. Should be interesting, but we're going to go into GTG Radio. Probably just one song, and then we'll be back for the next video. All right? See you guys in a second.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
but not least, to address concerns. Because the concerns, honestly, are not really from legitimate people, besides maybe just a small few, but I will address it nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, there's supposed to be a Super Mario Sunshine playthrough taking place sometime in early 2018, and I'm still sticking to that. Yes, I will be playing Super Mario Sunshine sometime in early 2018. Now, some of you might be saying, what are you talking about? Well, several months ago, it was actually in the summer, there was a patron goal set up that was Patron's Choice. If we hit the goal for that particular month, we were going to be doing a Patron's Choice playthrough, where patrons would nominate and vote on games for playthroughs. During the nominations process, a bunch of people nominated Super Mario Sunshine. I said, guys, this is a bad idea. I flat out told people this is a bad idea. I'm going to be playing, well, I already was playing Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle at the time, and I knew Super Mario Odyssey was coming out. I said, dudes, this is the time, the worst possible time. Number one, everyone's going to get burnt out on Mario if I do a third Mario game at the same time. Number two, I can't monetize any Mario games, so during a time period when I'm supposed to be bringing the most money of the year, I'll take a big hit because I'm playing games that I can't monetize on YouTube because Nintendo steals all the ad revenue. And number three...
And yet you still play 2 of those games, and you were stealing from Nintendo way before Nintendo was stealing from you. So what are you really talking about? Jesus Christ.
Quite honestly...
Oh, by the way, we're here with Mr. Stuffs, DsPgaming. Only Detractors want Mario Sunshine. Because the Detractors only want to illuminate the world and everybody who's in it. Was that the best wording? Okay, we'll go with it for now.
I'm going to be burnt out playing 3 Mario games in a row, and I'm probably not going to have a good time playing the game if I end up playing it now. Please, let's have a compromise, okay?
Take a sip.
So we did. We had a compromise. Here was and this is a compromise that the patrons accepted. We had a big discussion about it on my forums. We would take whatever game was basically the next most desired by patrons to be the Patron's Choice playthrough in the fall. Incidentally, that was Spyro the Dragon, the original on PS1, and I would do a full playthrough of it at that time. In fact, I went above and beyond, and I did a completionist playthrough of Spyro the Dragon, getting every single collectible in the entire game.
No one asked you to do that, and that wasn't the original deal. You chose to do that like halfway through and shit. Or something along those lines. So that's not really a bonus. You just did that because you wanted to stretch it out. Because I guess the views were okay, or it was doing alright on stream at first. I don't know. Most of the videos that I saw were you bitching about dumb shit. But I think he might have genuinely liked the game, so that's why he did it. Who could say?
Rarely do that. I did it for Spyro to please the patrons because I knew they were a little disappointed that they were going to get Super Mario Sunshine right away. So I did that, and then I said, Super Mario Sunshine, I'll play it in early 2018, maybe January, but we'll see. I'll play it in early 2018. And all of the patrons said, this is great. How could we complain? We're getting 2 games for the price of one, right? For the 1 month pledges, they got 2 basic playthroughs out of it, which normally wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it probably won't. That's why you're going to charge them again to play Mario Sunshine. I've already said this, but I just want to make sure I reiterate it.
They got to see a full completionist run of Spyro, and you know you're going to get cool Mario stuff in 2018. All the patrons love this idea. So now, all of a sudden, I get hit. This all happened, by the way, before I found out about my tax situation, where I owe all these back taxes, and I might lose my house and all this shit. All of a sudden, I get hit with that, and I said, I got to raise funds. I got to go pull out all the stops. I got to do everything possible now to make money. Okay, so that's why I'm glad I finished the Super Mario Odyssey playthrough.
Here, interesting thought, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You know, because he's paying 2 mortgages, right? He's paying the one in Seattle, and he's paying the one in Connecticut. Why didn't he do like a fundraising drive to actually pay off the one in Connecticut? So at least he owns it outright. Why wouldn't he do that? And he's been in that condo for a long time, and he's been paying on it the whole time he was there. It's probably almost paid for, I would think, if he signed a 15-year mortgage. So I would assume that small little rat hole, or that his old pig pen, I should say, is probably almost paid for. Plus, when his aunt was, I think it was like an aunt that was living there for a while, she was giving him money too. So he was using that towards paying that mortgage. So why didn't he just go ahead and try to square that off, so then he only had 1 mortgage payment and he could concentrate on the house in Seattle? Why didn't he ever think about doing that? Or is it that house is already paid off? Is it that the condo's already paid off? That mom and dad came through for you when your aunt was living there for like 2 years or however long she was living there, and they actually helped you square that off. But that wouldn't line, that theory doesn't line up, because when the Sons of Kojima were investigating some of that They had brought somebody on who said that the bank had taken it away from him for a little while, and they had put it on the market, and then all of a sudden, a large influx of money came through. If I remember the whole story correctly, a large influx of money came through. It was taken off the market, and the bank gave it back to him. Something along those lines. I may not have the whole story. If any of you guys remember what I'm talking about, you'll leave a comment down below, or even a link to the video if you guys know what I'm talking about, and I'll go over it. But yeah. So why didn't you ever try to square that condo away first when you've been paying on it longer, and it should almost be paid for, and you have equity in that too, unless you've already tried to borrow from it. Just throwing it out there, ladies and gentlemen. DSP News.
Now I can move on to doing more profitable stuff. The streaming has been great. I mean, no complaints on my end. If things keep going the way they've been going, I may be out of hot water. All right, especially if we hit that Patreon goal for this month, the stretch goal. Holy fuck! I think we're going to be good to go. But we have to have all that happen. That's a lot of ifs. Okay.
Yeah, especially since you barely squeaked by with this month's goal.
All of a sudden, some people start saying, well, what happened to Super Mario Sunshine? Like, nothing happened. I never said I was playing it right away in 2018. I said it would be early 2018, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens in January. And immediately when I said that, here they come, the fucking piece of shit trolls, the garbage fucking people who want to literally lie about everything. And already they've done it. They've already made forum posts. They've already made videos about it on the internet. Phil already lied to his patrons again. He's now playing Super Mario Sunshine like he promised. He's a fucking thief and a liar, and here he goes again. He needs your money to get out of another situation when he doesn't fulfill his promises. Bullshit. Literally 100% slander. Bullshit. There's no fucking truth to any of that whatsoever. All this already was established months ago that I would be playing it early in the year, but we didn't know when. We would play it by ear and see.
You said January, and now you're not going to play it in January. You're talking about pushing it back now. So who lied, Phil? And then, to be honest with you, knowing the snake in the grass pig that you are, you're probably going to make them pay for it twice. So no one lied. You did. I mean, if anybody did lie, it's you. You're going to push it back. It's not going to happen in January like it's supposed to. And whenever it does happen, you'll make them pay for it again. So how did we lie exactly? I'm waiting for your explanation. You need a minute? I'll wait. Minute's up.
What happens? Obviously now, the more important thing is, gee, should Phil play Super Mario Sunshine immediately, or should he keep his house? If you're actually a person who cares about Phil, to the point where you pledge to his Patreon, you probably care more about him keeping his house and being able to put out daily quality streams and the high quality stuff he's been doing since he moved to Washington a little bit more than just getting your Super Mario Sunshine playthrough a month earlier. I'm just saying, but that's what I mean. Those people aren't the people complaining. It's the dumb fucking walnut-sized brains drooling from the fucking mouth, sheep mentality bullshit artists who follow a few people on YouTube who make negative videos about me, who believe everything they're fucking told. They're morons. They're mouth-drooling morons. Anyone who literally has said Phil is not fulfilling his patron promises, he stole money because he's not playing Super Mario Sunshine, is a fucking liar. And I swear to God, those fucking people, you should, not only should you not give them the time of day, you should fucking lambast them and tell them what disgusting fucking people they are for lying. Because that's all they're doing. They're lying on purpose to make me look bad.
Did you just send your audience to go after people? Oh, Phil. Do you remember what happened the last time you did that? You remember that guy, right? That poor guy on PSN who asked you a question and you turned into a little bitch and ran? Well, you talk shit about him while you're trying to figure out how to mute the voice chat, and then when you couldn't figure out how to do that, you exited out of the game. And then you still could, I think, and then I still don't think that worked. I can't remember if you had to reset your system or whatnot. I think you just had to exit out the game. Instead of engaging this guy in a conversation when he asked on why you turned the chat in the sub-only mode when Leanna decided to stick herself in there and talk shit about Kingdom Hearts. And then you said, and then you told your audience, I give you permission to go there and flood his inbox with so much shit that he could never do anything online. You doing it again, huh, Phil? You didn't learn the first time? When fucking Machinima smacked you the first time around for that shit, you still didn't learn, huh? Going back at it again. Okay, just saying. Just saying. That's why there wasn't a fourth little pig, because that one got eaten.
Super Mario Sunshine absolutely will happen in 2018. It absolutely will happen I'll even say within the first quarter of 2018. There's no reason why it won't. But I need to keep my fucking house first. Let's be adults about this and not be little whiny fucking idiots who want to make shit up and make up dramatic stuff. Obviously, if I keep my house, then I can make a better playthrough of Super Mario Sunshine for you. Rather than, oh, alright, I'll play Mario Sunshine for 2 to 3 weeks within January. Oops, didn't pay my tax bill. Now I gotta sell my house. Fucking idiots. They're dumb fucks, alright? I'm so tired of it. At this point, you know, you want to wring their fucking necks because again, anything I say or do, anything I reveal, they gotta spin into something negative. So here we go again. Here's another thing for them to literally make the fuck up. It's not an iota of truth to anything they're saying, but they're gonna do it to make me look bad.
We're all gonna do it to make you look bad. So wait a second. So you just promoted essentially cyberbullying, and you just promoted violence by saying you'd want to wring their neck. This is coming from the man who, the last time he allegedly, this is all alleged, the last time he encountered somebody in real life, he hid in a bathroom for like 5 hours. Allegedly. And you're talking about wringing necks. And punching. Didn't you say something a couple years ago about punching some reporter in the mouth because he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about a review of a game, that because he didn't give it a favorable review, and you said that fucked up your playthrough of it, and that's why you didn't get any views. Yet everybody else who played it actually got really good reviews. Huh? I'm so confused. Alright then. But cyberbullying and promoting violence. Very good. So this is what new people have to look forward to when you go to Phil's streams. Very good. Very good.
Tired of it. I really am. And I hope that you guys, the viewers, are finally wise to the bullshit, to know that these fuckers are just doing this purposely to get attention for themselves, to make drama for themselves, so they can get their 10 or 20,000 views on their fucking drama videos, which, by the way, half of those are probably fucking paid for clicks anyway, because they'd have bots and shit on their fucking videos, which is...
Actually, I can't remember who it was, but somebody on Twitter actually made a timeline of Phil's streams, and where he believes that the bots actually came through, and you see these large influxes, which sounds about right, actually. I'll see if I can find that. If I can, I'll put it in the video. So, since we're talking about bots, I'm sure Brightside Viking, Golden Colts paid good money for those.
Disgusting, but hey, what are you gonna do when you're a fucking no-life fucking negative idiot? The only thing you get attention for is talking shit about someone else. You fucking do desperate measures to get your attention and have your penis fucking grow on a fucking channel that doesn't fucking matter, and you'll never do anything with because you're a negative fucking piece of fucking shit. But I digress. It's not true. Super Mario Sunshine is coming after we tackle the whole issues with the taxes. No, so please, if you want to see all this get resolved, boom. Right there. And in addition, if you are watching my live streams, tipping me, I get that money right away, versus if you cheer with bits or you subscribe to like my Twitch channel, I don't get that for 2 months. So anyone who's doing it at this point, it's great, but I don't get that until February. It's not going to help with the tax situation.
Wait a second. First off, you said that the taxes are due by, January 31st. You don't even know how much you owe. I doubt that on February 1st, they're going to come in and with the SWAT team and be like, all right, Phil, you got to get out. I doubt it works that way. Especially as long as you put something down on it. I doubt they're just going to take your house from you right then and there. So how dare you lie to these people and say, if they tip you now and you don't get till February, it's not going to help you with the fucking house. Are you fucking stupid? You silly, silly pig.
Teespring I usually get right away. Within a couple days I get the profits from that. So this or tipping me on stream are the 3 ways you can tremendously help me get out of the situation I'm in. And
you know what? Why don't you get some better designs first though, dude? Before you start doing shit like that. I actually have a really talented person on my comment section said that they would make designs. Not for you, but they said they would make designs. What the fuck, Phil? Just get somebody that either get somebody else to make you better designs for your shirts, or pay somebody who is talented to make you better designs for your shirts, and merchandise or whatever the case may be. Why don't you just do that? Whatever.
And I really hope if everything comes together, like I said, the streaming continues as good as it's been, and people are as generous as they've been, especially with the holidays coming up. I know some people are probably going to be more generous than usual, which is great. If people pledge to the Patreon and we hit that stretch goal this month, which would be great, and if a few people, buy it from Teespring, it could all come together and we'll be good. By the end of January, we'll be good, and we can get back to business as usual and stop worrying about this stupid fucking bullshit.
You mean begging for other stuff? Take a
It's going
sip.
to be a tense time, which is why I need this time off, folks. I mean, I'm
Wait a second. So you're having financial problems with your taxes. The haters are coming at you from all sides. Your own supporters are starting to giving you pushback. You think you need to go on vacation? Out of those three things, let's be honest. The taxes, your financial aspects are the most important. So you're complaining about how you won't play certain games because you don't have the time because you're not going to get paid for it, so you can't pay your fucking taxes. But your dumbass wants to take like a week off. That makes a lot of fucking sense. That makes a whole lot of fucking sense. It really does. That's absolute genius. That business degree is really shining through right now. It really is. It really, really is. And you wonder why people like me fucking make fucking videos on your dumbass. I see. But yet, people like me are the bad guy. When you're the one is consistently fucking up. I'm certainly very inconsistent with what I do here. But it's supposed to be for fun. But you, who does this for a living, for a business, who gets paid for this, can't even do your shit right. And this is who people decide to follow. Okay. I don't understand it, but maybe that's not my place to
my wit's end at some point. It's so hilarious. Immediately, I announce all this awesome stuff. Just all this positive, awesome stuff we can do to maybe raise some funds and it'll be great. Oh, Phil's a fucking thief and Phil, did lied on his paycheck. Fuck you. I'm so tired of it. It's like, if people actually said that shit about you in person, right? All the shit that's been said about me, of course they wouldn't, because they get their ass beat. That's the problem. They're all the little fuck.
Really? Here's the thing, my dude. Here's the thing. Okay, you live in Seattle, so what's closest to you? Wednesday night fights. Okay, Wednesday night fights. I know a few people actually that live around your way. And so I'll go ahead and shoot them over there, and then you can confront them. You can confront one of them, and then you can spin your narrative. And then see how well that goes. But you're not going to do that, are you? You're not going to leave the comfort of your little gated community. That's the first thing. Second thing, even if you did, you're not going to confront someone who's only there to engage in conversation with you. If he goes, he'd probably end up going by himself. He probably wouldn't even bring the other compadres that I have. And if they did, they'd probably be just sitting off to the side just to make sure that, you didn't bring anybody with you, which you won't. So I guess we don't have to worry about that. And he would engage you in conversation. And that first 2 minutes, you might think you're special. But then once he goes ahead and uses logic and he sees through your bullshit, then you're just going to concede to everything he says. And then he's just going to walk away. Because, yet again, you talk about all these people behind the little keyboards, all these fucking nerds, you know what I'm saying? All these pathetic little fucking jerks and shit and whatnot. But people have confronted you in real life. Quite a few, actually. And you cowered every single time. Unless your compadres, I'm sorry, they're not your compadres anymore. But the people that were your compadres stuck up for you. So think about that the next time you start talking about people seeing you in real life. Because Lord knows, Phil, you don't want somebody running up on you coming out of that hair salon or out of that grocery store or out of the drive-thru of that DSP Tries It and then confronting you there. You're probably not going to handle that well. And Lord knows, you should be crying into your soda. It's not a very good thing. So think about that the next time you start calling people out. Because trust me, there have been people who've been wanting to check you in real life. Just engage you in a friendly conversation. Because trust me, you can't throw hands with them. But there have been people who've been wanting to engage you in just friendly conversation. But you won't do that. Because then you can't control your narrative. When you're sitting on your fucking couch, behind your shitty little mic, with your stupid little fucking hat on, you can say whatever bullshit you want. But in real life, though, when you have to really use some logic, and you got a bunch of people that are actually looking at you, and you have to actually, you know what I'm saying, really have some conversation and take some criticism, you can't do that. You've always ran from it, which is what you do. You run away from your problems. So be very fucking careful about what you ask for. Keep knocking on doors looking for the devil. One day, someone's going to answer you. There we go.
bitches who hide behind the fucking internet and talk shit. None of them would ever do this kind of shit that they do to me on the internet to someone in real life. They wouldn't, because they're cowards. That's what they do. This is how they get their fucking jollies. They're fucking wastes of life. And especially during this season, the holiday season, when everyone's supposed to be holly jolly, the first thing they do is turn negativity against me to prove their true colors, that they are vile human beings.
You mean when you were sitting there banning people off your streams and shit habitually? You mean when you were telling people to say fuck you and shit? Get the fuck out? You mean the way you were fucking just knocking out threads on your forums? Holiday season, right, Phil? Holly jolly, right, Phil? Sure.
What are you going to do? Anyway, folks, that's it for the week in preview.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So, final thoughts. He's full of shit, quite literally, and his complaints are just dumb shit as usual. It is what it is. He's gonna, like I said, if you are a Phil supporter and you're watching this video, you will be paying for Mario Sunshine again, in some way, shape, or form. You'll be paying for it. It's just the way the game's played. As for the whole situation with his taxes, as it pertains to the first segment, you don't know shit about how the government works, Phil. So just shut the fuck up, really. And most of those tax write-offs that you have are probably undeserving to you anyway. So, just suck it up, okay? Just suck it up. Don't worry, you're gonna have that second income coming in soon. I mean, that girlfriend. I'm sorry, that girlfriend. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't want to reveal what she really is, but she's gonna be there soon, so you'll be okay, Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, I am gonna do an outro. Actually, I hope you guys like it and whatnot. It'll be from the same greatness that you heard in the beginning of the video. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It's going to be just a different verse. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG network and productions. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, scary place out here, especially with people like Phil in it, threatening to bully you and to wow, really? Anyway, threatening to bully you and to strangle you if given the opportunity. This is GTG signing off in the broadcast.
All they wanna listen to now is music that moves. We don't wanna hear that unity fool. Guess them niggas that so Harlem was trying to change the community too. I'm like, ooh, hard to ask him how he doing in school. He just rude, but I can dig it. You know, life is a jewel, but it's true. Learn from it. Don't fall into the same mistakes again. And Satan's drip trip get you off guard like an atheist. I break it. I knocked Calvin right out his glasses. They gassed him. Found out the hard truth in your war boots. Storm troop fighting a strong case. Why the long face?